Yaga ya 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 yaga ya ya ya. No. Okay, people. Obviously I write, and because I write, I love language, I love communication, I love literature, and therefore me and words have a special kind of relationship between each other. So, you know, it was only right I wrote a piece about words. So it's love, but love from a very abstract point of view. So check it. There was something about the way he wrote. So with an open mind and mystified heart I took note. I particularly studied the style in which he wrote, wondering if he'd come to fix the pieces of which the last one broke. You see, sexuality had no place in this reality. He possessed the channels to stimulate my mentality. I asked how long his caged bird had been free, and then he took me on the history of his captivity. He showed me his shackles, which he now rocks as an amulet around his neck. He said it was a constant reminder of his emancipation and doesn't want to forget. I leaned in deeper, so that the vibrations of his voice reached me quicker. And with every metaphor, simile and double entendre, my body began to quiver. He spoke words so familiar, yet each one of them new. The back of my neck tingled, my spirit had been renewed. He was a complex being, an amalgamation of circumstance and environment. But I cared not about his oxymoron as his words exploded, releasing excitement. He spoke. Simple and pure, my faith in man had been restored. He spoke. Honest and true, humble and wise, he brought a cure. Now here's where it gets interesting. I fell back in love, but not with the physicality of his greatness, but by the greatness of which he was. I understood the transitions of his missions and could relate to what he'd become. He caressed my eardrums with his cleverly constructed sentences, and at that moment, I knew every thought of which his mind, body and soul encompasses. My breath began to hasten, and somewhere while my body was shaking, his words bounced around my chakras, and spirit to spirit we began embracing. He tantalized senses I never knew existed, and now like a new child of God my eyes have been uplifted. He spoke of his paradoxical dilemmas and future endeavours about black love and the power of uniting together. He spoke, not with an ulterior motive, but to motivate ulteriors. His voice caresses past my exterior. He spoke, and though he never addressed me as Your Highness, I could hear the highness of which he spoke. His words objectively sought to seek out my inner thoughts, so there was no place to be objectified and distraught. He spoke with ancestral knowledge. His sapiosexual charms have been acknowledged. He spoke beyond my ears and through my eyes. I understand why, but at the same time, a hunger is intrigue which has the power to captivate and mystify. That's love.